When I need to get away from the rat race of life, I love to connect to nature. And one of my favorite ways to do that is with macro photography. Taking photos of insects and spiders is an excellent excuse for me to get off the internet and enjoy the spectacular show that nature puts on every day. Now, as the summer is slowly winding down, I want to take a moment to share with you some of my favorite photos I've taken during the summer. I'll start out with these incredible jumping spiders. This one here I caught as it was eating its meal. There are these yellow fence posts that line the forest around this mountain park, and for some reason, jumping spiders flock to it, and that's where they seem to catch their meals during midday. One of the more common residents on these fence posts is a white-jawed jumper, and photos like these remind me that they kind of have beards and they look soft. Here's a closer look. Have a look at this little guy. How could you ever want to squash one of these? I'll never understand. They're adorable. Have a look at these two ladybugs doing the horizontal mambo. I'm sorry, I made that awkward. I do have to say, there does seem to be something kind of wrong about me taking photos of animals that are trying to mate. But then I actually noticed that there's this tiny little pervert bug who is also watching. And then I didn't feel so alone. This video is brought to you by Compadre. They have this incredible Omni no-pull leash that is revolutionizing the way people walk their dogs. If you want to support this channel, go to compadre.com and use the promo code for 10% off your order. I love it when I get to point the leaf up to the sky and use the blue of the sky as a background. And then there's species that I find that I never would have expected, like this witch hazel boar, which I thought was only to be found down further south. Just look at that exoskeleton. To me, it looks like copper. It's fascinating to me that nature could create something so beautiful. Also, this longhorn beetle is a very welcome addition to any macro session I have. Just look at his incredibly textured eyes that wrap around his antennae. Some bugs are so tiny that you need some sort of magnification system to actually see what they look like this leafhopper nymph who was maybe the size of my pinky fingernail. When it comes to leafhoppers, the variety is insane. Every time I think that I have found all of the different species of leafhoppers in this one area that I take photos in, I'm proven wrong. Just look at this beautiful green and orange one. Or this one. I love the texture of the eyes. And of course, one of my favorites, this bright green one that actually you can find all the way down south into Georgia and Florida. Isn't it insane that the range of such a small animal could be so huge? And then there's this guy. I mean, what even is that? When I first saw him from a distance, I didn't even know it was a living animal. I thought it was a piece of cotton that someone left behind, and it was so tiny. One thing I noticed is that 75% of you are not subscribed. Starting a new YouTube channel is hard, and if you enjoy my videos at all, then it would mean the world to me if you would like this video, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Now back to the show. Now this really funky one with the orange and black tones with the green eyes. Watch carefully. Later on, I captured a photo of one of these molting. They have to latch themselves onto a leaf as firm as possible, upside down, and then slowly crawl out of their own exoskeletons. And I was really, really grateful I was able to take these photos without hurting one. And what they leave behind after they've molted are these incredible see-through exoskeleton skins. It kind of gives you an idea of the life cycle of the animals that live in your area, like these freshly hatched stink bug looking guys. Isn't that so cool? Now, speaking of animals that are so cool, there's one that I always mix up with thorns on the sides of branches. It's called a buffalo or bison tree hoppers, and it's one of my favorite insects to take photos of. My wife likes to say that these are the fairies, and I kind of agree with her. To me, they seem like the spirits of the forest. And here's one of the best photos I've ever taken of one, head on, so you can see its face in full splendor. Now there's one insect that I find to be the most elusive in the area that I live. It's one that I rarely get to see. It's called a tortoise beetle. And this one here has freshly come out of its larval stage. It kind of looks like a ladybug. Here's another angle of the same beetle, and you can see that it almost has this little plastic visor over its shell. This is one of the things that's always blown me away about tortoise beetles. They can hide under that extra shell and protect their vital organs from outside threats. But this beetle has something incredible that happens to it in its adult phase. Watch this. As it gets older, it turns into a brilliant gold color. It's reflective. My grandfather was a wildlife photographer too, and he always talked about finding a golden beetle and then putting it in a container and trying to take a photo of it inside. But when he got back home and opened the container again, the beetle was now a drab color. It had lost its golden sheen. But now that I've been privileged enough to take photos of these incredible bugs, I can tell you that it can change its color based on its stress level. But luckily this one here was comfortable enough with me that he showed me his beautiful antennae. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little video. And I hope that it inspires you next time you go outside to take a closer look at the world around you. You might be surprised at what you see.